Well, I know you've went through a lot, since you joined the tour, the Champions Tour, and you had a diagnosis in 2019. Love to learn a little bit more about what's happening off the golf course, just because I know you're really helping a lot of families out there, and just, share a little bit more so we can kind of figure out what's going on off the course. I know it's impacted you on the course as well, and hopefully we can spread some awareness.
Well, thank you. It's something that's very dear to my heart. In 2019, in California, I was disqualified after the second round for a ruling, and my wife, we watched the ruling. She knew that I was having a hard time understanding what was going on out there. Since that time, I found that the ruling was not incorrect. I should not have been disqualified. I've been told by the USGA that. Unfortunately, the PGA Tour is not going to do anything about that, and that's their rights. But at that point, my wife Tammy knew that I needed to get some type of help. I needed to get tested. She didn't know quite what it was, but we thought it was some type of autism. And you have to remember, I fought tooth and bone against her. I did not believe it. Everyone else is wrong. I'm right. Everyone else is different. I'm the normal one, that type of deal. And after the disqualification, we realized that something probably had to be done, or I needed to take some type of action here, or my career was going to go down the tank. And I was tested and I was diagnosed with high functioning autism. It was a 1-day test. It took about 8 hours to do. And even after I took the test and got the results, I still didn't believe it. I still didn't want to. I was still normal than everybody else. And I said it took about 3 months after the test came out till I finally sat down and read it, and it was real funny. What I have is high functioning autism. It just means that takes me a little bit longer to figure out things sometimes. Sometimes my brain gets focused on one particular thing so hard that I don't see the 3, 4, and 5 with other things that are going around me. And I think that's very common in a lot of great athletes. And fortunately in the world, as I'm learning now, coaches in high schools, coaches in college, even NFL coaches, even professional coaches are realizing that these players that have autism are a diamond in the rough. I don't want to mention any names, but there's a lot of top professionals that are out there that probably don't think they have it, but they do. And it's becoming. But what I realized is I just needed a few seconds more to understand things and to comprehend. And if someone came in and distracted me, as an official coming to me after I tee off and saying, well, you're out of position, or you guys got to speed up or something like that, my brain went back to point A, and it took me a while to get back to B and C. So I'd stand out in the fairway, and it looks like I'm taking more time and being a jackass because I'm being slow, and my brain's trying to get caught up in all that. So we realize now the officials have to tell me before I tee off so that I don't have to restart and all that. But it's just giving myself a little extra time and understanding. I still have a very hard time with facial expressions. Sometimes I can't pick those all up and all that, but we're finding out more and more as we're doing this that the people that do have this are very focused. It's a very high focusing type of thing. And what I loved about it is, like I said, when I would drop off at the golf course, at 8:00 in the morning, I could be out there all day and not even start, so not everybody can do that. I looked at that and I said, well, who can't do that? Everybody can do that. And that's not the case. And fortunately, my wife and I have started a foundation, not just to help the high functioning athletes out there, but to also help the families, the siblings, because right now there's no help out there for them at all. And they're drowning. And when someone like myself or my wife can come along and give them a little bit of help and a little bit of encouragement, it's a huge thing. And the thing I've noticed is even other children in the family who are normal. So all the attention goes to the person who has the autism, and the other two are left out to help them, have them be a normal life, to help them, to help themselves and all that. So it's a great foundation. It's at billymayfair.org. to know more information about it. We haven't set the site up completely yet. We're in the process of doing that. We're trying to get some names to help us, other professional athletes, but it's really to help not just professional athletes, but the families and the wives, and the spouses, and the siblings of those athletes, to help them make their lives a little bit easier, to make the people who have the autism a little bit easier. And I've had such an honor in the last few years to go around and talk to schools and talk to golf teams and the kids in school and that have this, and not just to see their face light up, but to see their parents' face light up, that, hey, you get it. yes, you understand this, and this is what we're going through, and it's okay. We're going to get you help, and all that. Um, has really made a big difference in my life. I feel like it's kind of my way to get back to the game a little bit, that I love, and I love doing it. And no matter how tired I am out there after the round or something like that, to talk to a family, to a kid, to the parents, just energizes me to no end. So it's something that's very dear to my heart. It's very personal, and it's dear to my wife's heart too. And as we're finding out, it's having autism is not is very common out there now. So we're working hard to do that.
Yeah, well, thanks again for sharing. I know I watched some interviews with you and your wife, and Tammy. Obviously, it sounds like she did a lot. I heard she even caddied for you too. So you guys really
Yeah,
put the marriage to the test there.
we
And
put the marriage to the test. Yeah. She caddied for me most of the year last year, but I've got someone now in the bag. But she's still telling me what to do, as they all do. That won't
right.
change. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I really appreciate you sharing and giving back and trying to help others with that diagnosis. And is that something that you're just, having to consistently like check up with, or is that like, what does that look like for the day to day or week to week? Is that something that you're just constantly monitoring
It's just
for yourself?
yeah. It's just something, you learn things every day. You learn, even when I speak to the kids out there and I talk to their families, I learn things every day. And it's
Hmm.
just something that it's not uncommon anymore, and people are realizing it. But what I've tried to tell to parents and to kids out there, that having high functioning autism is not a disability. It is a gift. And God's
Hmm.
given you this gift for a reason. And he gave it to me to play golf. And why he's given it to you, I can't answer that, but you will find out. And just sometimes you just need to have them hear that, and it changes a lot in their life.